I'm back with another episode of Star Trek Online. Yesterday I did TOS Starfleet, faction, that story arc. Today I'm doing the Romulan Republic. So. Hold on, just gotta tweet. Alright. Let's begin. Romulan Republic. Hold on. Gotta get. Battery's running low. Gotta plug it in. Well, today's the day after the storm. At least today's a lot better. It's still cold out there, but at least the storm stopped. I'll go with Romulan. I'll do female this time. Tactical science. I'll go with engineering this time. Come on, load up. Choose a hairstyle. I think I'll choose that one. Oh. Actually, I'm gonna go with this one. I think that would look good. Eye color. give her hazel eyes. Skin color. That's good. I got it. That one should be fine. I think the uniform we're wearing is fine. Let's go with Juanita. Random. Something easy I can remember. Alright, let's begin. Actually, I will play the tutorial.
What we knew is gone. Our home, our lives, all that we were. Dust. Blasted across empty, heartless skies. But we live. Our legacy lives. Within every ship we fly. Upon every world we touch. In our hearts. In yours. There will be challenge. You will know fear. But you will overcome. You will survive. And answer vengeance with blood. You will do as you must. Rule cannot be handed to the faithless. Our legacy cannot be lost to villains. Bury the past to face the future. In enemies, find allies. There is no price we have not paid, no loss we have not felt. Our dead world, our long suffering, these are not ends. We are not ended. For your crew, for your people, for this new home, we must face all doubt. We must break the strong who would destroy us and overcome the impossible. We must fight against any and all. We must. We will. For we are Romulan.
Yep, this is the aftermath to the destruction of Romulus.
The youngest of our kind rely on stories to know what our people were like before. Strong, secretive, warlike. We were feared. We were powerful. Then, everything changed. 22 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova. The resulting explosion traveled through subspace to hit Romulus and Remus, our homeworlds. No one could have predicted that would happen, and no one could have stopped it. Millions died. Those who survived were scattered across dozens of worlds. One day we were citizens of one of the greatest powers of the galaxy, and the next, we were just trying to survive. Every day was a struggle if you weren't part of the militant and oppressive Tal Shiar, or ruling everything from on high like Empress Sela. For ordinary Romulans, military victories don't mean much when you're hungry. Life goes on. The Klingons and Starfleet are at one another's throats. The battles light years away don't affect us much. The Tal Shiar are the more immediate threat. They're rebuilding the Empire by force, and pressing anyone they think can help into service. But even they don't seem to know we're here. We've put down roots and found friends. Today we'll celebrate what we've created. With hard work and some good fortune, true Romulans will once again rise to be a power in the galaxy. The first step on that path begins here.
Yep, the Romulans were just... The Empire just fell apart after Hobus.
There you are. The security chief was looking for you earlier. She said there's trouble at the vineyard. Avrak's been filing reports all night about Kellids chewing at the vines. He's really worked up. Something must have annoyed them. It's not typical Kellid behavior. With the big celebration tonight, I think everyone's a little overexcited. Even the bugs. You should listen to one of Avrak's messages before you head out there.
Interactable items have a glow around them. Walk up and press A to interact with a console.
Please tell me you'll help me. Kellids are in the vineyard chewing through the irrigation pipes, and everyone says they're too busy getting ready for the big party to come and do something about it. There won't be any party if everyone's knee-deep in water by nightfall. Get over here and help me fix this. When are you coming over here? This is getting ridiculous. Nobody appreciates me around here. No one. They think these crops just grow without any help from anyone.
One annoyed guy.
Tending these vines is a lot of work. No one says thank you. No one pats me in the back. They just keep asking for more. God, look, just get over here and take care of the Kellids, all right? And maybe say thank you for all the work I do to keep these vineyards in shape.
Yep.
If the Kellids are chewing up the vineyard, we should probably grab a pistol, just in case. I'd join you, but the chief has me looking into some odd comm chatter we picked up yesterday. We'll have to catch up later.
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An arrow will appear on the mini-map if you are far away from your objective. Your plasma beam pistol has been automatically equipped. You can practice on the nearby bottle. Press the right trigger to attack. Hold Y to holster and draw your weapon.
Alright,
To sprint, press and hold the left stick while moving.
a little target practice. Now we're heading to the farm. Nice colony the Romulans created. Everyone's getting ready to celebrate. Prosperous colony.
Hey there, ready for the big festival? Working hard? Or maybe you have time to listen to a story or two?
Actually, I gotta get going. I skipped the TOS tutorial because I didn't think it was really important and stuff, but the Romulan one is interesting since Hobus was destroyed.
Finally. I mean, which message do you... Oh, never mind that either. It's chaos here. I need some help. Normally we collect nectar from the local Kellet insects. Something has driven them into a frenzy. They're chewing on our irrigation system and flooding the vineyard. Excellent, excellent. The broken pipes are obvious. They're the ones spraying water everywhere. Kellet shouldn't give you too much trouble. A few bursts from your pistol will take care of them.
Alright, I'll help.
Interactions can be interrupted by movement or combat.
Sorry, just checking my messages. One big difference between the Federation. The Federation Klingons use warp cores. The Romulans use singularity cores, which is basically a black hole, miniature black hole. So if you're the Romulans, you gotta use singularity cores unless you got a Federation or Klingon vessel available.
The flooding has stopped, but if those Kellets come back, they'll just break the pipes again. Something's making the insects go crazy. With bugs this size, that's a real problem. Navala might be able to help. Goofing off again. She knows all about Kellets. She's normally down by the greenhouse this time of day. Tell her to stop being lazy and keep these critters contained.
Okay.
Good idea. Talk to Navala.
I bet she's just lounging around right now, not even thinking about all the damage being done to my vineyard. No one around here wants to put in a good day's work. Well, except for you.
Alright, I'll go talk to her. Sometimes I don't like being the messenger. 20 years I was the messenger of my family, where I had to tell Adam, give Adam orders and instructions from mom and dad, and like it just bothered me when it just annoyed me and stuff when that was going on. Adam never understood why I was always upset about it, so well, finally got through to
Just
him.
in time. Did you talk with Avrak? He said that I'm what? Lazy? That I've been... Ugh! He's just trying to make me look bad so he can get a promotion. Oh, that's so old-fashioned. Let me tell you what's actually happening. The Kellets are going crazy. I've been working all day to keep them out of the residential areas. This aggressive behavior is new, and we need to figure out what's causing it. That means gathering samples from some of these creatures.
Okay, now we gotta go kill some bugs.
An item is dropped for you. Move near the item and it will be automatically added to your inventory.
This metal has some kind of fungus growing on it that's similar to the spores we found on some of the Kellet carapaces. It might explain their behavior, but how are they getting infected in the first place? Also, the flying Kellets have never come out cavern before. This is so strange. You're right.
Interesting.
The source of the infection could be somewhere inside the cavern. Head over there and see if you can find out what's aggravating the nest. And be careful.
I'll be careful. So we gotta go deal with some upset bugs. Like a combination of an ant and a firefly. to the cave. I know what's irritating these bugs.
Enemies have a chance to drop items.
Yes, they do. You know, out of the 20,000 species of bees, that only like four of them produce honey. Okay, what's going on? What the heck is that? Looks like it. Doesn't look like any spider I've ever seen. These things make tarantulas look like angels. Okay, where'd this come from? Looks like more like a drone.
A strange machine and some weird drone things? That is troubling. Someone's been in there. We'll have to let the Maori know about this. It's good you disabled the device, though. Maybe now the Kellids will calm down. I took a look at those biological samples while you were gone, but I can't do much more than a basic tricorder scan. It's just not my area. Devex might be able to help. He was an engineer in the Romulan military before the homeworld was destroyed. Now he's helping us with our water supply, and anything else that takes more specialized knowledge. You should talk to him.
When you're displaced people, utilize whatever experts you have. Seeing the Romulans about their homeworld is sad, but at the same time, Romulans were pushing it too far for many years and stuff. So
what do you need with an old space hound like me? I have an idea of what this might be. Maybe. I saw something like this once before, when I was out beyond the Eridon Belt. We responded to a distress call from a mining outpost. When we got there, all the people were just gone, vanished without a trace. The only things we found were a strange beacon and some odd spore samples. These look very similar.
interesting.
Of course. Go forth and analyze. My equipment is all yours to use.
Some missions in Star Trek Online will change based on your career track. Engineering, science, or tactical.
Well, in this case, engineering.
I I've only seen fungal biotech like this once before. Remember that mining station that I mentioned? Before we arrived, they reported several disappearances. Some thought it was paranoia, but we had reports that said intruders would beam in right through the colony's magnetic shield, right into someone's quarters, sedate them, and then vanish without a trace. We didn't know what to believe, but I don't think those miners were paranoid. Something did happen to them, and it could happen again. That's what my commander believed. We found a beacon with almost the same configuration as the one you found. We weren't able to get much from it before we shut it down. But the one thing we learned is that the beacon was made by a race that called themselves the Elachi.
Uh-oh.
We stayed in orbit for a few days, but the Elachi never came back. That's good news for us, seeing that you disabled the beacon you found in the caverns. That's right. He's the man in charge, so he needs to know. I'd be surprised if he doesn't want to send someone down there to analyze that beacon. Could be these Elachi were interested in our colony for some reason. Lucky for us, you were there to put a stop to whatever they were trying to do.
They're gonna be a recurring they're often a recurring enemy in this game. All these story modes or story arcs, characters are interconnected. Are all interconnected. Whoever wrote this game did a great job with it.
Jolan True. I heard Avrak yelling all the way over here. I'm sorry you had to deal with his problems on our day of celebration. That does sound very mysterious. However, you seem to have taken care of the immediate problem, disabling this beacon and dispatching the drones. You have my thanks. I'll assign some engineers to examine the device and set up surveillance on the cave as soon as possible. If what Devek says is true, we don't want that beacon turned on again. Now that's settled, why don't you try to relax for a while? Enjoy the festival. We'll talk again tomorrow after the engineers have finished their analysis of the device.
Yeah, well, something's gonna be happening. Always does. I guess we got one
Hey
time
there,
for one
ready
story.
for the big festival? Working hard?
Contact
Or
Tovan
maybe you have
Kev.
time to listen to a story or two? Viranat was a colony world. It used to be a big agricultural planet, growing food for the Empire. After Romulus was destroyed, thousands upon thousands of people flooded the planet. The old cities couldn't hold them all, and they were scared. They started fighting amongst themselves. One night, the cities burned. Most of the survivors left. A few hung on, scrapping old ships and using them as building materials. That's how the Maori found them, about 10 years ago. The Maori was the commander of an old war. Navala was his first officer, and Devex the chief engineer. They were wandering the sector, trying to find a new home. When they found Viranat, they decided to stay. Devex kept the old warbird functional, and he used it to make supply runs and bring back other Romulans who needed a home. Navala put herself in charge of security, and the Maori, he runs the whole colony now.
Abandoned the military.
Devex met Tovan Kev in a mining colony a few years back. I think it was 4 years ago. But then again, I didn't come here until 2 years ago, so this is not just information I've heard about secondhand. I actually have a question for you, if you don't want to hear another story first. When did you arrive here? I know we only have a few hundred people living here, but so many come and go that it's hard to keep track. I'm recording the stories of all the people that live here, you see. And I would love to start yours off with your arrival. Who knows? It could be something that becomes historical in a few years. A Devex recruit. Fascinating. We've had some interesting characters come here thanks to him. We should definitely talk more about this over drinks tonight. I would love to know where Devex found you.
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of guessing. I believe this Kev is this way. Where we started.
Hey there. Long day? I can't believe how far this colony has come. Just look at how much we can accomplish without being ruled by the Tal Shiar. Word is someone named Tatan is trying to fight them, but me, I'm content with what we have here. Let's go enjoy the festival.
Yeah, but something always happens. It always does.
Friends and neighbors, welcome to the tapping. The Kellet nectar has been harvested, the ale is brewed, and we can finally taste the fruits of our labors. And like this fine vintage, our colony has taken time and effort to develop. Since the loss of the homeworld 22 years ago, we have known fear, hunger, and pain. We have struggled. We have overcome every difficulty. We have mourned those who are no longer with us, and we have welcomed new friends into our home. And now we celebrate. The trials are behind us. Virinat is prosperous and growing. We will face new challenges in the future, but we will face them together.
Yeah, Datan was a student of Spock.
Hey, are you hurt?
You're celebrating.
You're under attack. I don't know who or why, but people are being rounded up and we have to do something.
Oh yeah.
I'll help Devex get the shuttles ready. You should find Navala and Vorian to help organize the militia. Get as many civilians to safety as you can. After that, we stop whoever or whatever is attacking our home.
Yes, sir. Oh boy.
Come in! Are you alright? What's happening over there? Did you find Vorian? I'm at the shipyard with Devex, and we're prepping the shuttles for evacuation. I don't know what's going on here, but we need to get people out while we can. If you can get a rifle, you can fight your way out. Can you make it?
Alright, we're gonna have to fight our way out now.
It's the Tal Shiar. We need to call for help. I don't know who'll answer, but we have to do something. I tried to send a distress signal, but they damaged our transceiver array. We still have a chance, though. You need to deal with some of the Tal Shiar, and then get a replacement battery.
Okay, let's go.
Press Y to switch between your two equipped weapons.
I hate the Tal Shiar. Tal Shiar.
Just keep coming. Get a battery from the marketplace. We need to send out a distress signal.
Making damage detected.
Alright, where are you? Not surprising the Tashi are involved in this.
Making damage detected. Making damage detected.
Tashi are taking a lot of my concentration. Just can't trust those guys. Yeah, black chain.
Be careful in the market. It's completely overrun.
Making damage detected.
Alright, who's shooting me? Oh, you. Alright, gotta find the battery. Okay, there should be a battery here.
This is Kev. Do you have the batteries?
Yes, I do.
You just need to repair the device and send the signal.
Yeah, they're accessing the comm log, so I gotta get to it. Naturally, they're not gonna make it easy for me. I think a Ulan's equivalent to a lieutenant in Starfleet.
The signal is strong. Get to the shipyard. We're getting out of here.
Everything destroyed in one night. Oh, that's Kovan.
The shuttle is ready. They got as many people aboard as will fit. We have to go.
Congratulations, citizen.
Alright, let's get aboard the shuttle. My mom needed to talk to me. Okay.
This is Shuttle 5. We're taking heavy.
Ooh.
Shuttle 10 coming in. We're jamming their sensors. When they get us, they'll think you were caught in their swamp.
God, what the heck's going on?
They're not attacking. Devex showed me how to fly his warbird. We're almost there.
Keep a ship around in case of an evacuation. Well, now I got a vessel.
Navigation is online, but we need some components to get our weapons and warp drive operational. We'll need both if we want to have any hope of fighting the Tal Shiar.
Press up to increase your ship's speed. Press down to decrease your ship speed.
Yeah, I know.
This'll do nicely. We just need a little more salvage.
Use the left stick to pitch downward or upward, as well as to turn left or right.
I don't need to review ship controls.
Weapons are online. Let's test them out on some of these derelict ships nearby. They're not shielded, so we...
You must be within 10 kilometers of an enemy to attack it.
This vessel's slow as a snail.
To attack enemies who are not shielded.
Scrap neutronium. We can use that to reinforce the hull of this old warbird.
Love those plasma torpedoes. Yeah, man.
An item has dropped for you. Move towards the item to automatically loot it.
Yeah, I know, but this thing's not very fast. That's the problem.
3 more of these should get this hull good to go. Good shot. Vex will be happy to see this old warbird get some use. I think it's safe to say weapons are fully online.
Yeah, but what about warp drive?
Time to take out the tall Shi'ar satellites dead ahead.
Use your plasma beam to weaken shielded targets. Target your torpedoes on an enemy when their shield is down. You must be out of combat to hail Tovan Hem. The red alert message at the top of your screen will appear if you are in combat. Target's shields have failed.
Great. All systems are go and full impulse is back online. I'm picking up a distress signal nearby. It must be people from the colony. More colonists managed to escape the surface. The distress signal is close. Searching. There! We have to help them!
Yep.
Hold up on the D-pad to activate and deactivate full impulse.
Turn off full impulse. There's a tall Shi'ar drone dead ahead.
Ship is under attack.
I'm back on the bridge. I figured out how I can improve our torpedoes. Just give me the order, and I'll get started. Scanners are picking up more colonists and tall Shi'ar nearby. We have to rescue our friends.
Press B to activate high-yield torpedo.
I already know that.
High-yield torpedo should be the tower of your next torpedo attack.
Grab that drone. Take this guy.
Thank you. We thought we were done for.
Target shield has failed.
I think it's safe to say we're a fully operational ship. I'm getting an alert. There's another distress signal coming in from one of the colony's shuttles. We can do a short-range warp jump to get to them. Do you want to go now, or stay here to wipe out any other incoming drones? They look like they'll be coming in to do sweeps in the area.
Let's go.
There aren't any colonists here. Just this strange ship. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It's gigantic. Engineering reports that the ship has scanned us, but they're not responding to my hails. They've done something to the ship. Nothing is responding. I can't even warp us out of here. I think I might be able to get a comm channel up to hail them. We're getting a reply. What the? They seem to be rearranging our words and sending them back. Listen. I'm picking up another ship. This one is Tall Shi'ar. It's decloaking.
Okay. What's going on here?
So the Ulchi were right. A handful of pitiful Romulan refugees managed to escape. When will you colonists learn that no matter how far you run, you cannot escape your obligations?
Hakeem, the dreaded, feared leader of the Tall Shi'ar.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Colonel Hakeem of the Tall Shi'ar. On behalf of the Romulan Star Empire, I hereby lay claim to this colony and all of its inhabitants. Surrender now, and I will ensure that you serve us in the way you are most suited.
Never.
Fire weapons at will!
This is Tamara of the Romulan Republic. Tal Shiar vessel. Stand down immediately.
Tamara! How fortunate! I can destroy both of you!
Hakeem is not the kind of guy you want to make a deal with. No, don't you dare grab me.
My eye! So the insect has managed to sting me. You think you won? This is not the end. Even now, more of my ships are on their way. And the next time, you won't have anyone to protect you.
I am Tamar, commander of the Romulan Republic. We picked up your distress signal while on a mission in a nearby system. I would say we arrived just in time given your ship's condition. Who are you? And what happened here?
I am truly sorry. This is not the first time I've heard a story like this, and I fear it will not be the last. And these Ilachi creatures, they are troubling. We need to know more about them and why they're working with a sneak like Hakeem. As I said, I'm with the Romulan Republic. You may have heard of us. We are not the terrorists the Tal Shiar make us out to be. With our leader, Datan, we are working to gather survivors of the destruction and fight the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. We have a flotilla nearby. If you're interested, we would welcome you and your friends to join us there.
I think I'll go with you. We're better off being protected, but still wary.
I appreciate your willingness to do what's right. I'm transmitting the coordinates of our flotilla to your ship now. When you arrive, we can repair your vessel and work out our next move. Thank you again. I'll make sure you won't regret your decision.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I guess siding with Tamar is better than risking death on our own. And he did help us out with the Tal Shiar. The coordinates are loaded up whenever you're ready to go. I think the colonists we rescued are eager to get someplace safe.
Yeah, so am I. I don't want to be in this vessel, that's for sure. Leaving our home colony.
Greetings. I am Sub-Commander Nadell, assistant to Commander Tamar. Please follow me to the Commander's quarters. There's much to discuss.
Yep.
Commander, our guests have arrived.
Excellent. I'll get them up to speed. There is much to do.
I'll be glad to show one of you around while the other stays and talks with Tamar.
I'll take the tour, and then meet you back on the ship when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings. I hope all is going well with you.
Good to see you and Tovankev made it to the flotilla of the new Romulan Republic. To be brief, we are a group that was founded by Datan to combat the tyranny of Empress Sela and her Tal Shiar. Our goal is to unify the shattered Romulan people under a new democracy instead of Sela's tyrannical rule. There is much to do, however. I can answer any questions you may have. I am the commander of this fleet. No actions happen without my approval. Before this, I worked in intelligence for the Romulan military, which allowed me to learn more about the Tal Shiar. I couldn't stomach the thought of working alongside of them. Datan approached me one day and said he needed someone to organize a defense against the Tal Shiar. I accepted before he could finish his sentence.
Tal Shiar, the ever-feared secret police of the Romulan Empire.
Ha! What hasn't Datan done? He has quite the long history. The short version is that he desires to see the reunification of the Vulcans and the Romulans. Before that can happen, though, Datan wants us to find a new homeworld, reconcile with the Remans, and end the centuries of oppression beneath the Tal Shiar. We're Romulan, and after all that's happened, we still have our pride and our cultural heritage. We need to be able to approach the Vulcans as equals, not as refugees looking for charity. Did you want to know anything else? That's right. He dreams of a day when our two people are united. Well, three, counting the Remans. Datan was inspired by Ambassador Spock, who first began the movement. When he was a child, Spock was working on Romulus with the reunificationists, and he was Datan's teacher. The Tal Shiar actively opposed reunification, and Spock and his people had to keep their movement hidden, working with allies and meeting in secret. It's been an uphill battle for Datan, but he won't stop until he sees the Vulcans, the Romulans, and the Remans reunited and at peace. Is there anything else? What's next is that you receive our uniform and get a tour of the flotilla. After that, you'll receive your first assignment. However, you must understand that by joining us, you mark yourself as an enemy to the Tal Shiar. Hakiv and his people will see you as a threat, and there isn't anything they won't do to stop you. Are you ready to accept that?
Yeah, I am. They attacked my home colony? Well, I'm in.
Good. You should get yourself down to Lieutenant Delatham. You can get a uniform from him if you want to change out of those civilian clothes. You can also have your ship modified. We can't get you into a more powerful vessel yet, but we can change the appearance of your ship if you want. When you're done, return to your ship. I should have your first assignment ready and sent to your ship by then.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
I've been promoted. I think I'll keep this uniform. Yeah, Spock believed in reunification of the Romulan Vulcan people. He knew there will be
Your mini-map shows you where your objectives are. An
fierce
arrow will appear on
resistance
the
to his
minimap if you are far
proposal
away from your
from both
objective.
sides. If you ever watch Unification Part 1 and 2 and TNG, so basically the flotilla acts like a star base, Earth space dock. What do you got? I guess I'll go with that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Pull up the weapon. Says training bridge officers, recruit bridge officers. You go to the shipyard a little bit. Basically, this acts like a shipyard. Change the color a little bit. Okay, Titan. Let's go find Titan. Who are you?
Jolan True. Is there something Romulan Temporal Defense can help you with today? I am Sub-Commander Kale of the Romulan Temporal Defense Department. We've established this department in order to preserve the events that formed the Romulan Republic. There are many points in the past that some Romulans want to change. The destruction of Romulus and Remus being just one of them. Of course, changing these events could erase everything we have earned. We would be reduced to being ruthless spies, still ruled by the Tal Shiar. We in Temporal Defense can advise...
Basically, he's like the Department of Temporal Investigations for Starfleet.
Hello again. Now that you're settling in, I wanted to speak with you about what our overall goals will be. First and foremost, we are looking for a new planet to call home. Tamer and his crew are handling that search. While the search continues, I am working on any possible alliances that we can make with the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We will need allies if we are to proceed. Your task will be the protection and recovery of other Romulans spread throughout this sector. We are finding more by the day. Some have already joined us, but others do not believe in our cause. It will be up to you and your crew to protect these colonies from the Tal Shiar and to recruit anyone willing to assist us. Do you have any questions? If not, I would suggest you return to your ship. Tamer will have his orders ready for you. Not yet. He and his crew have been assisting Romulan colonies throughout the region, and he has not been able to focus his efforts on the search. With you here, however, Tamer's mission to find a new homeworld can begin. He will be sending scout ships to analyze nearby planets. We'd prefer to find a suitable world in this sector, but we'll expand our search if we need to do so. I do not know. Our history of deception with both groups definitely does not help. The Tal Shiar, however, will not attack the fleet for now. Sela would see such a direct action as too great a risk. She much prefers to work in the shadows. Let me worry about our potential allies. While you're away, I will be working with diplomats from both sides to come to an agreement we can all live with.
Yep.
Sounds like we've got our orders. If you're ready, I can beam you back to the ship. However, before that, I need to ask a favor. I have a sister. Her name is Rena Kev. She and I were separated a long time ago. I want to try to find her. As we're doing our missions, could you try to ask about Rena? Thanks.
I'll do what I can, but you never know.
Most missions can be turned in remotely. Hold A to bring up your Captain Commands menu and select Turn In to report to the contact and turn in the mission.
All set to go, I trust? Good. There is a lot to do. Your first target is already under attack by the Tal Shiar. There's no time to lose.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Promotion. Okay, I need to do some work right quick.
Select the item in the list you wish to...
need a more powerful ship, that's for sure. Okay, where's my destination?
If we're going to have a chance at breaking away from Sela and the Tal Shiar, we need allies. There are a lot of little settlements like yours out there. We're in contact with some of them, but we're always reaching out to try to make new alliances. I've heard that a group of Romulans has taken up residence in a Suliban helix in the Beta Quadrant. I'd like you to visit them. Feel them out, help them if you can. But most of all, find out if they would be willing to join Datan in his search for a new homeworld.
Alright.
Greetings.
Click to
I have
order your
new
crew to plot a course to your next mission. Skills will increase your effectiveness in both space. Every skill costs 1 point of the same type to purchase. You will earn 1 space point every skill costs 1 point of the same type to purchase. You will earn 1 space point every 1 level and 1 ground point every 5 levels until you reach level 50. For each skill purchased, you will earn progress in unlocked paths.
Really don't have much to say. Home colony there destroyed. Really need a better ship than this dinky thing.
We've arrived at the Helix, but we're not the only ship here. A Tal Shiar warbird is approaching from the direction of the primary structure. They haven't raised shields yet, but their weapons are online. Wait, they're hailing us. Your orders?
To the person in command, be advised, you are in violation of Tal Shiar Security Order 63-R. Your vessel is operating in this area without authorization. Identify yourself immediately, or your actions will be considered hostile. You don't want that kind of trouble. The Tal Shiar has the authority to track down terrorists that threaten the Romulan Star Empire, no matter where they try to hide. And don't bother with deception. Our records indicate a warbird with your ship's designation was decommissioned years ago. We've already identified you. Stealing military property is a serious crime. Care to explain, Commander?
Guess we're gonna have to fight. Oh, there's your answer for you, pal.
We plead for mercy. There are only civilians on the Helix. We don't have much more than we can scavenge from the cell ships. As we told the other Tal Shiar, there are no terrorists here. The Cabal are long gone. Take whatever scrap you need, but please stop taking our people. Then why are you here? We don't have... There are a few Romulan refugees hiding within the Helix. They said they needed temporary shelter and would be leaving soon. We meant no harm. How were we to know they are wanted terrorists? Please just take them with you and go. Your actions speak for your true goals. If you help us by repairing the Helix arm structures, then we'll help you get the refugees to your ship. But hurry. We're in jeopardy every moment you remain here.
Yeah, I can understand that.
More Tal Shiar have entered the system. Please help us.
Romulan battle cloaking devices can be used in combat, but your weapon systems and shields are disabled while it is active.
For the Empire! One more to go. As soon as Delta is connected, we can negotiate a transfer.
Find the arm. Up. It just went past it.
More Tal Shiar ships are entering the area.
Attacking enemies will build your singularity level. The higher your singularity level, the more damage it will deal. Target shield has failed.
You'll die for your crimes, rebel.
Need a plasma torpedo. Okay, where the heck are you, pal? You ready? Where are you? Ah, there you are.
Target shield
the arms are restored, we've located the refugees. They are being moved to a centralized location so you can get a transporter lock. We've explained the situation to them, but a representative for the group is asking to speak with you.
Kayan informs me that we're being transported to your vessel. We realize that we can't stay on the Helix, but we have no intention of being forced into servitude. The Tal Shiar already destroyed our home. All we want is for you to leave us on an uninhabited world, or someplace we can hide and try to rebuild our lives. We've heard of Datan. We've also heard rumors that he's plotting a revolt against the Tal Shiar. Going to him sounds more dangerous than staying here. I know I'm out of options. That doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't know why the Tal Shiar are abducting our families, but we can't afford to lose anyone else. How about I make you a deal? You personally guarantee that my friends will be safe at Datan's fleet, and I'll work for you. I've served as a science officer on multiple civilian vessels. I can help you. I can't run anymore. If I need to fight the Tal Shiar to keep my friends safe, that's what I'll do. Rina Kev. No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Okay, had to ask.
All the refugees are aboard, but there's more trouble. A Tal Shiar battleship, the IRW Koval, has entered the system. They're hailing us, and they're...
You are ordered to stand down. You are wanted for questioning by the Tal Shiar. Lower your shields and surrender your vessel and crew, or prepare to face the consequences. Your actions speak for themselves. You'll answer for the destruction you've caused today. Remember, you were given a chance to surrender.
I recommend using our cloaking device to get close enough for a sneak attack.
Are you gonna target him? Oh, that's because he's cloaked. She's cloaked. What's going on? Are you gonna fire on me? It's not firing. Did it glitch? I guess it glitched. I gotta restart the stream. I have to restart the mission because it decided to glitch. How long have I been streaming? I'm gonna take a break. I will be back in a few minutes. Restart the stream and start this mission over again. I don't know what happened, but apparently it decided to glitch. Well, actually, I'm gonna do it.
Greetings. I have new orders. If we're going to have greetings, I have new orders for you.
I gotta restart the mission. Because the thing glitched.
All the refugees are aboard. There's more trouble. A Tal Shiar battleship, the IR...
Your ordered your action.
We plead for mercy. There are only civilians on the... Then why are... There are... Your action.
I don't know, this mission's glitching for some reason. Oh, now we get to fight. I don't know, for some reason the mission glitched.
Thank you for taking the refugees. Tell them we're sorry. We simply have no way to protect them. Hopefully they'll find refuge with your fleet. Our best hope now is to cooperate with the Tal Shiar and tell them that you have taken the refugees. We can't offer much, but I'll tell other Suliban that Detan's fleet is standing up to the Tal Shiar. I'm also sending you the contact for a friendly local trader in case you need salvage or have goods to sell. But please, keep our involvement discreet. And please go. Leave now before more Tal Shiar arrive.
Cayenne closed the channel. He's right. They'll be lucky if the Tal Shiar let them live. We should leave and report back to Tamer. Some of the refugees we brought aboard may have starship experience. If we're expecting more trouble, we'll need some help on the bridge.
I don't know, for some reason that mission glitched. Sometimes it happens with missions, they glitch.
We'll give the refugees a good home here. They'll be safe, and we'll do all we can to help them. This is just the start. We won't stop until we're on a new world, one of our own.
That's all we can do.
Greetings.
Congratulations,
Lieutenant.
You have a new captain power available in your radio menu. Press the left trigger to show all your powers. Use the left stick to navigate this radio menu. Press the L3 button to set your quick power
after the fallout
and
from
update the
Shinzon's
default
rebellion.
captain
While
power
they were
to
safe
use.
from the destruction
Press
of
the right
Romulus
trigger
and
to
Remus,
activate a
Craterus is
power
a
directly from
world
this radio
with little
menu.
in the way of habitable land. There are ample mineral deposits, which the Remans mine and sell for food and other necessities, but their lives there are harsh and unforgiving. Anyone who could survive on Craterus for as long as the Remans have, has strength. We could use that strength in our search for a homeworld, and I know the Remans have no love for the Tal Shiar. Go to Craterus, talk to the Remans, show them we are sincere and that we need their support.
But trying a different tact instead of conquering.
Greetings. I have new orders for...
It's always a good idea to try talking instead of shooting first, like some people. I'm not gonna name names, but I can think of a few people. Shoot first, ask questions later. That kind of cowboy diplomacy just doesn't work anymore.
Every skill costs 1 point of the same type to purchase. You will earn 1 space point every 1 level, and 1 ground point every 5 levels. Every skill costs 1 point of the same type to purchase. You will earn 1 space point every 1 level, and 1 ground point every 5 levels until you reach level 50. For each skill purchased, you will earn progress in unlocked paths.
Craterus. Trying to enlist the support of the Remans. Even though we were their overlords and masters for a long time, it's gonna be hard to convince them otherwise.
The Tal Shiar are approaching Craterus, and they've already engaged a group of Reman vessels in orbit. The Remans are sending out a general distress call. We have to help them.
Commander Kai, of the Decimus. 20 vessels in position. There has been an unprovoked assault on our colony by Shiar agents. They've attacked our mortar poop. We are suffering heavy loss. Please, we need your assistance.
The Decimus is too heavily damaged. They can't respond to our hails. They won't last much longer if we don't help them.
Getting involved.
Press the right trigger to fire energy weapon. Press the right bumper to fire torpedo.
Follow your attack vector and provide support fire.
Gotta get to the Reman flagship. Guy, heavy warper.
Shields have failed.
Our help. We're losing structural integrity.
Whoa. Yeah, I'm trying to get close enough to his flagship.
Thank you for your assistance. We're continuing emergency repairs, but most of our major systems are offline. The Tal Shiar sent detachments to the surface, and our colony is not responding to hails. With our transporters down and shuttle bay damaged, I cannot send a security team to investigate. The Tal Shiar have never been so bold. How can you be so certain? It doesn't make sense. They've left us alone for years. What would they gain by destroying our home? We keep to ourselves and we do not challenge the Tal Shiar.
With all due respect, we've seen this before. The Tal Shiar destroyed our colony on Viranat without warning. If we don't get your people off Craterus immediately, they'll be defenseless when the invasion force arrives.
Invasion force? We aren't in any position to begin an evacuation. The head of our fleet, Obisek, and most of our ships are on maneuvers out of the system. They can't possibly return in time. Until we re-establish communication with the colony, our priority must be to protect the people on the surface. Find Zden. He will help you. He resides near the communication tower on the outskirts of the colony. If we re-establish communication, then we can formulate a plan.
Gotta convince them to leave.
Zden is to the northwest, near a force field. If planetary communications are disabled, you'll need his help to bring the transmitter back online. We'll do our best to keep more Tal Shiar from beaming down, but I can't promise we'll be able to stop them.
Excuse me. Gotta find more Tal Shiar. Joy.
What are those things? They don't look Romulan to me.
Oh, where have we fought before? Ah, God.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Thank you, stranger. I don't understand why this is happening. You're obviously not with the Tal Shiar. Why are you here? Commander Kai, good. Follow me and then explain what's going on. We should get inside the security field before more Tal Shiar arrive. Follow me. We need to know more. It's clear that our colony is under attack, but Why are the Tal Shiar doing this? Why attack Craterus? What are they after? There's no reason for the Tal Shiar to attack Craterus. We've been an established colony for over 23 years. We were given permission to settle here by Donatra. Why would the Tal Shiar attack a colony of their own people?
So the rumors are true! I told you, Father. The Tal Shiar have declared war on our people. They're going to kill us!
It doesn't make any sense. We aren't a threat to the Tal Shiar. What do they have to gain? They can't do this without anyone noticing. Evacuate. We must inform the Council. Who is going to listen to my order to evacuate? Obasek isn't here. He left Kai in charge. Why doesn't he give the order to evacuate?
That explains a lot. When we couldn't reach anyone, Slamek said he was going to check on the transmitter. He hasn't come back yet. We should find him and see if we can get communications back online.
Without the transmitter, we'll have to start contacting colonists individually. The word will spread, but it will take some time. Obviously something is going on, but I'm not the one to order an evacuation. The fleet or the council should make that determination.
You'll need help. If you're going out to the transmitter, I'm going with you. Maybe we can find Slamek there.
Farrell, you should stay here. Let these people handle this. We don't know the whole story yet. We need more information. We need to know what the Tal Shiar want. At least stay behind the security field until we hear from the council.
Father, you can see what the Tal Shiar have done. These people need my help to get the transmitter working again. We'll take some weapons and armor before we leave. Don't worry, I can handle myself.
Okay, let's go to the transmitter. Uh-oh. Steal the Tal Shiar over here first. There'll be a problem later, might as well get rid of them now.
Watch where you're shooting! We need those shuttles!
Yeah, well, that was the drone's fault.
We're gonna need a new plan.
Slamek! You're alive!
Farrell, you found me before those things to repair the transmitter, but it was pointless. As you can see, the controls are completely destroyed. But it looks like you found some new friends. Didn't you hear me? The controls are destroyed. The transmitter is worthless.
Slamek, you're not helping. What if we set up a bypass relay? If it works, we might be able to control the transmitter dish from Zed's shuttle, or even our secondary console at home.
It's possible, but I don't think it would work.
You need to do something.
Try to set up a bypass relay for the controls. If you can get it working, then we'll head back to my father and see if we can access the transmitter from there.
Kind of remind me of Buzz droids from Star Wars Episode 3.
Where are those things coming from?
You don't want to know.
I told you it probably wouldn't work.
We should go back to my father and see if he's heard any news.
Look up! We gotta get out of here now!
That's not good.
What kind of ship is that?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
We don't know. It attacked our colony on Viranak.
And now they're attacking. We need to warn other colonies.
Believe it or not, that's what we're trying to do.
Uh-oh, security field's down.
Were you able to repair the primary transmitter? I set up a portable transmitter relay and gathered as many neighbors as I could. I'm glad you found Slamek. I'm not going to argue. Our security field is down and the Tal Shiar are attacking the colony. Hopefully everyone who hasn't already heard the message will realize what's happening and evacuate. There are more people on the outskirts of town. If I can get to them in the shuttle, I may be able to get them to safety. Understood. Please take Varel with you. I'll take Slamek with me to help scan for survivors.
Father, I should go with you. It took me weeks to repair the shuttle's drive system. If something goes wrong, you'll need me there.
You'll be safer on their ship. Slamek can help me if we run into trouble. I'll broadcast the coordinates to every shuttle within range once we're in the air. Now go. We need to look for survivors.
Uh-oh.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Take these little buzzing droids.
We will rebuild.
Safely on board. The Romulan story arc before we get to the main campaign is gonna take a while, so I'm gonna have to divide it up into several episodes.
The Decimus has engaged the Tal Shiar and is forming a wedge so we can get the shuttles to the beacon. The shuttles will be relying on us for protection. Without our help, they'll never make it out of here. Zeden's shuttle was one of the ones that made it to the ship. He's hailing us.
We're in position and ready to make a run for the beacon. Is my daughter safe?
I'm making myself useful. The singularity core on this ship is practically an antique. I'm keeping an eye on the power levels to make sure we don't blow apart in combat. Don't forget to put all the shuttle's power into the shield.
It was the first thing Slamek did. When we reach the beacon, we'll await the signal to warp to the rendezvous point. Once we're all safe, you can transfer back to the shuttle.
Oh boy. Gonna be fun. Doing. Heavy warbird. Oh, this is gonna be a battle. Come on, I need to go to
We've broken the blockade. All ships fall into formation. Reading an unknown ship near the beacon. It appears to be a battleship. If it attacks, our ships will be completely outmatched. Are you able to scan the vessel or determine its armaments? They're emitting some sort of passive scanning field. We cannot get a weapons lock, and our Singularity core power levels are fluctuating.
I'm noticing the same power level variation. The field is definitely emanating from the enemy vessel. If I tap into the beacon's controls, I may be able to send a high-frequency proton burst that should disrupt the field long enough to get a weapon flow.
Sending proton burst.
I've scanned the shuttles, sir. They've taken everyone. Everyone. Even my...
Long user during a fight with the battleship. Stayed at long range and then decloaked briefly. They warped away less than a minute later. Ugh, they must have taken the colonists from the shuttles while we were in combat.
We have to go after them. We need to track their trajectory and follow them. They could still be alive, and we can catch up if we hurry.
Nothing. There was too much interference from the battleship. I wish I had better news, but we have more pressing matters. The Decimus is hailing us, and we need to get out of this system while we still can.
We're aware of the situation, but we have set a course for the rendezvous point immediately. There are other Remans there who will need our protection. After we regroup, we will have time to fully understand what has happened here, and to mourn our losses. We appreciate the offer. That isn't my call to make. I'll relay your offer to Obisek and the rest of the fleet. But for now, I think it would be best if we go our separate ways. When we understand more about what the Tal Shiar are after, perhaps that will change. Thank you for your help. I know you tried your best.
I don't need anyone's permission. I'm coming with you, and we're going to find my father. In the meantime, if you expect to keep a ship this old from blowing apart at the seams, you're going to need an engineer. Good thing I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've done everything we can here. We should report what happened to Tamer. We can leave whenever you're ready.
Alright, what is Tamer?
We will reach out to the Remans, but it will be difficult to get over centuries of mistrust and abuse. Perhaps if this Obisek is willing to speak to us directly, it might make a difference. I know you did your best to help them, and that the attack could not have been anticipated. I'm very concerned about this sabotage you reported, however, and that the culprit was never found. The Remans may very well have a Tal Shiar operative in their midst. We will not win every battle, but we will win the war. Count on that. Jolan True. Greetings. I have
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
There is a space station in the Gasco system that we think would be a fine addition to our group. If they agree to join us, we will have an additional base for our militia ships, as well as a supply depot that could make a big difference when we begin construction of a colony. I know there is a group of refugees there. Some of them have been there for years, but they've also had a wave of new residents, including a new commander. I'd like you to go to Gasco and feel out the situation. If you think they'd be a good match for us, you're authorized to extend them an offer. Greetings. I have new...
I need to install my new engine. Getting interesting. What's this? Ooh. I think that's gonna be it for now. I'll be back in a little while, maybe an hour or two, to continue this Romulan, the Romulan Republic story arc. This has been Hammer. Give me a follow here on Mixer. Also check out my brother Cat Paladin LP on Twitch. He streams a variety of games. Also check out our joint channel, Super Paladin Brothers, on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in an hour or two to continue this. Have a good afternoon.